Welcome back, everybody. We are here with another 70-star Division 2 race, and we have Poke 711 underscore versus CartoonBuffoon. We're looking at a couple different players here, but the same format you know and love from last race. I'm joined today also with a different commentator. I got Bad Ronus on deck. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. Hot off another day of my lovely college education. So can't
This
wait to
man's
get
out
into
here
some more Mario.
getting the knowledge
You know,
gains. Gonna drop the hot bombs on commentary.
that's the idea. So I actually
Poke.
did have a little knowledge bomb that I had completely forgotten about. Both these runners actually advanced from their groups in the invitational we did at the end of last year, the Vi.GG sponsored one. They were both in the round of 16. Which I was surprised. I didn't recall either of them, honestly. But Poke made it through the group with Lunar Sax and Tago. Well, Tago forfeited, but he still had to overcome Sax still there. And CartoonBuffoon made it through with D Whatever, Potoman, and Tama. So I think that was a pretty solid group as well. They ended up losing the round of 16 to Cheese and Super Viper respectively, but they are pretty active players. I haven't seen Poke play much, but I know Cartoon seems pretty often trying to get that 49. And also he's on N64 now, which he wasn't a couple months ago.
So basically, what you're saying is both runners are proven to be quite good at the game, and that we should expect some sauce here.
Hopefully.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, sounds good.
High expectations. Just kidding. I think this could really go either way. Cartoon does have a better PB. Poke's is a high 51. Cartoon's is a mid 50. Did Cheese just come in on the stream? Or
hi Cheese, how you doing? We'll say hi to the stream, man. Well, Cheese is here in spirit. He's watching. He's blessing both runners. 70-star world record holder and 120-star world record holder. Maybe he's checking out the competition right now. We could see Poke or CartoonBuffoon rise up to that world record level eventually.
Yeah, maybe.
And we have the Japanese version for Poke and the English version for CartoonBuffoon, so we will be seeing, a small advantage brewing for CartoonBuffoon over the course of the run. It does take basically the course of the run for that advantage to really, take effect, though. Japanese starts out early with the lead in the intro cutscene, and it's basically downhill from there.
Yeah, I think Poke's still on emulator, unless you know that he switched, but I think he's still on emulator. It's kind of hard to tell from the video feed. But usually you would think if it's like either way, Cartoon would be on Japanese and Poke would be on English, since you just have the emulator ROM, but Cartoon can be saving about 2 seconds over the course of the run here.
Usually it's about like which language runners are more comfortable with. I feel like you're used to like the text scrolling differently for different areas. Like you could be playing on English version, but you're used to Japanese, and you end up not even saving time because you just aren't used to the text. Okay, Poke doing a full dance here with the bomb, tangoing a little bit too long though. CartoonBuffoon taking that lead.
I don't know what happened. He might have been going for the Z-clip method. Oh, there he goes. Okay, I don't know why he did that particular camera movement. He actually went into Mario Cam, and that's what made him mess up bomb clip in the first place. You saw that he went into Mario Cam before actually jumping backwards. So, with the bomb, you change your directional input.
Oh, Poke reading the door twice while going to the slide. I've never seen that happen. Not the best start.
Yeah, a bit weird. Not something you see too often. So not saving that 1 second of casting moon, probably losing about 3 or 4. Cartoon wrapping up with his first sliding and head into Wom's Poke. Not too far behind. I don't really. Okay, 13.0. CartoonBuffoon, the slight edge. Did he get like 12.9? I didn't really see. Either way,
CartoonBuffoon is solid lead starting off.
Yeah.
But like you were about to say, I mean, Womps is a lot of sauce. We can see the lead trade hands again as well. Wouldn't be unexpected. We'll see how it goes. CartoonBuffoon, not the best angle for Alice. Not the best way to start off, not getting the fence clip, but that'll play.
There he goes.
100 coin start for Poke. I like it. I'm a fan of 100 coin first. That's just what I like to rep.
Yeah, same here. Missing 1 coin there. He has 2 to miss in the route. And can he get the side flip wall kick? There he goes.
Yeah, he's good to go. Oh, misses another coin.
Coins. He's gone. He can't. He's got to get back up.
Yeah, he misses a third coin. I mean, what he can do is, I would probably just grab the other Piranha Plant coin.
Probably. He can't even get the box anymore because he missed 4.
Oh, wait. Does he not realize what his coin count is?
He's got to realize now.
Yeah, I mean, he can go grab this blue right now. Oh, wow, that perfect RNG.
Calculated from Poke, hacking the code of the game.
I don't think that was calculated.
Amount of time.
I doubt he was just like, yep, if I kill the Piranha Plant this way, move that way, the blue coin will drop right there.
Yeah. I actually wondered if like
no, he could have grabbed the box.
That Piranha Plant and just pray for RNG. No,
he could have grabbed the box. No, he had 3 extras on the ramp there, and you get 3 coins from the box, and the Piranha Plant is 5 coins. So he had.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
If he went for the box, he still had 1 spare coin.
Yeah. So CartoonBuffoon here, gonna go back up for the Womps 100 coin, doing it in a different order. He only got the half cycle, so you know, in theory.
Oh no, no texture setup for Poke.
Time. Okay, that's pretty bad. Not off to a good start. Maybe he's a bit rusty. I don't know if he's been playing much lately.
Apparently.
Polished, though.
Just a little announcement. We do have a new Celeste any % world record by Flatterberry 28:21. Sounds like a very impressive time.
Oh, it's the prologue skip thing. Okay, I was about to say because he beat the record a couple days ago, and it was like a 28:40 by TGH down to like a high like 3x. I don't know the exact time. I don't want to give out bad info. But then just the other day, people found out that you could frame perfectly skip the initial cutscene in the prologue, which would save about 16 seconds, I believe. So that explains why like the world record gap is that big.
If you think about it, though, you said that TGH's world record was 28:40, though. I mean, that would mean that Flatterberry's time is better than the margin, though. So it technically was executed better.
Yeah, but I was shocked. I was like, how did he drop like 20 seconds almost off of that previous PB? But it was the cutscene skip. The
CartoonBuffoon here, making the Womp look like a buffoon. Doesn't even have a chance. Just clips right through his back to pound him. Cartoon is definitely off to a very solid lead here. He's a whole Womp fight up, which is a big deal. It actually takes quite a while. Not to mention, this is also a... Yeah.
I would just say just, you know, slowly making more and more mistakes that, you know, big or small, are just really adding up for him. He's going to be pretty far behind here. He's going to have to wait for Cartoon to make some mistakes. If not, he's probably going to have to wait till, like, Basement to catch up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we'll see. Dark World is a lot of sauce. You can also die pretty easily on wall kicks will work. We could definitely see the lead trade hands here in lobby, but once we're past Dark World, we probably won't see much movement in places until Shifting Sandland at the least. Oh no, a dive from Poke. A little bit too much speed. Wanted the kick there. Gonna have to side flip wall kick up to the island. It's kind of sucks when
you hit the Piranha Plant because then you can't even roll out of your dive. You just brush on the ground.
Yep. Oh, can't grab the elevator. Fall damage. This is a big lead for CartoonBuffoon.
We'll kind of have to see how he can play for the next like couple minutes, but you know, so far I didn't really notice any mistakes. It might have messed up a bit on
and a bonk on the stairs.
Like it's just kind of bonking everywhere. Probably kind of adding to a bad.
No side flip either.
He probably like can't feel like he can get anything right. He's got to like get like 1 or 2 stars really cleanly and try to reset.
Yeah, it just seems like Poke can't get his movement started here. He's not really vibing with the game right now. CartoonBuffoon seems to be running away with it. Very nice reds. But Poke's gonna have to get it under control soon here because Dark World's coming up.
Nice ending from Cartoon, not to cut you off, but that was spicy.
And what I was saying, what I was gonna say is Dark World it's kind of like a Tippy stage but in lobby. I say that because it's one of the few stages in the game where a small mistake is accompanied with a death. And you don't really see that often from the earlier levels.
Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty good way to put it.
We'll see what he's got, though. It's generally pretty easy to do well, but, you know, the mistakes just punch you really hard.
Yeah, I can say this is definitely my most practiced star, and I would say in the whole game. Just to get a early solid chick cycle, which CartoonBuffoon is on a really good elevator pace for. And you kind of have to manage your speed in the beginning, because you can go too fast and kind of get stuck on the elevator.
He's good.
If you don't know like the behavior, but he's like,
oh no, that's a regular cycle, a fast regular cycle though. Looks like he just didn't want to double down, you know, go for the red there. He was definitely safe though to go for it.
Yeah. But knowing it's a race, like, would you take 4 seconds 100% of the time, or a 40-second loss like 10% of the time?
I mean,
so,
I guess it depends.
definitely.
He could be peeking the stream and noticing that he has, you know, that lead and doesn't want to chance it.
Yeah.
Poke, knowing the elevators well, is able to do the triple jump off the top.
Yep.
You can do like okay, interesting camera work here from.
Oh, he's going for like Zaya cycle. What is this? Okay. Yeah, but overall doing a bit better than Cartoon. But, you know, at least Cartoon did not die. Poke probably not gonna die at this point, although it's kind of hard to tell, at least from my perspective.
PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. So do you have kind of any predictions for how this will go? Do you have like any familiarity with either of them?
I think that both players will move Mario to their best ability and will try to finish the game with 70 stars.
I think that's pretty likely.
Bold claim. I'm not sure if chat will back me up on that one, but I'm fairly confident that's what's going to happen.
Oh, it's Cartoon. First mistake of the game here, missing Sky Jump. Oh, is he going for the backup? Oh, no, okay. He's going to have to go all the way up here, take some wall kicks. Very time-consuming here. Nice smooth transition into that island hop kind of backup, but very major time loss. The first of the game so far where Poke has a real chance to capitalize on. There was a way where, I think it was probably Arc Circum, because he comes up with a lot of these things, or at least takes the ideas and puts them into action. You can slide off of the white slope by where you do bomb clip, and she'll do. Oh no!
Poke is gonna fall off the island. This is not good.
Yeah.
That's bad.
2 failed sky jumps. That's very rare occurrence. You know, you probably be more likely to like pick the right horse in the Kentucky Derby or something like that. But yeah, not saving any time, like his first real opportunity, which kind of stinks.
The bonk off the box is more of the rarity. You never really see that. And
probably
that's
triggering one too, though. You just
loss.
like are waiting, and like, you know, you can kind of pray that you won't fall, but you kind of know if you're going to. You know, while we're talking about that, Cartoon did have nice wall kicks to work. Getting the penguin, you know, a pretty routine CCM so far.
Let's see if Poke can get it here. This could be a death. Interesting camera. Doesn't zoom it in by clicking the Mario Cam, but it'll work.
Yeah. Yeah, I get very anxious when people do these kind of awkward camera angles for wall kicks, because, like, if you can't see Mario when you're actually doing the wall kick, you are just doing it off of feel and timing. And if you miss, you'll die, so It's a bit risky.
Ooh.
Poke with a bit of a hiccup.
Yeah.
I think Cartoon messed that up as well.
So it looks like Cartoon is locking in that CCM 18 route from what we see. If you go for the slide, you're doing CCM 18. Is basically the way to tell. So we'll be seeing the 100 coin with the Penguin race. Big jump from Poke. I guess we'll see right now what route Poke's doing.
Yeah, whether he goes in the chimney or does the 100 coin beginning. You know, in the race against Cheese, they both actually messed up on CCM 100. Okay, CCM 17 coming out from Poke.
Yep. An 18 from CartoonBuffoon.
They're going to look pretty synced, but Cartoon's actually in a pretty substantial lead. Okay, so Poke not getting the safety red, so has only 1 coin to miss. Same with Cartoon.
We'll actually see Poke get further into the castle progression here because he doesn't have to worry about waiting for the penguin and, you know, the text and stuff. But Cartoon will still have that 1-star advantage, which is going to be pretty important. We'll see what kind of route they opt for. If I had to guess, Poke will probably do Snowman's Land red coins, and either Hazy Maze Cave Toxic Maze or Tiny Huge Island red coins. I don't really see the double pillarless happening. Yeah, so we might actually see... I'm pretty sure we'll see Hazy Maze Cave late from CartoonBuffoon. It'll be hard to gauge exactly where the runners are until they hit Tippy, but we can have a good idea.
Yeah, I just want to say that whole penguin race from CartoonBuffoon was a huge monk ass. He almost got bodied out of the 2 or 1 of the pairs of coins by the penguin. Also, like, got a little bit when you like hit the edge, you kind of hop around a bit. You know, toward the end, almost missed some more coins, but he's fine. Just like watching very nervously. But Poke gonna be the first one to enter BBH, but Cartoon only a couple seconds behind him in castle progression, like you were saying just a minute ago.
Yeah. So we'll see Poke hitting BBH first. And we'll also probably see Poke going to Hazy Maze Cave while CartoonBuffoon goes to Didar Dock super early. So the castle progression will kind of like flip after Lethal Lava Land.
Neither of those players doing a very optimal beginning. Cartoon didn't buff for a kick, and Poke went through the right door. Kind of weird.
Yep, going through the left door in any double door area is just time save, just for free.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting. Even if you want to go to the right side of that room after you enter, you still want the left door.
Yeah. It just so happens that for BBH it is usually better to go through the left door just to set up your angles, but even if it was better to go through the right, it still wouldn't be worth the time loss. The CartoonBuffoon's gonna head up to the boo fight. Poke did this pretty well, except he didn't get the star.
Not the best star grab. Looks like Cartoon has saved a good amount of time here in BBH. Actually, he should be slightly ahead here out of the stage itself. So got that 1-star lead, got the advantage too.
So now we're going to be looking at basement, someplace where runs have died many times, races have been flipped. You know, Cartoon's got to put together plus some hard stars in Lethal Lava Land, and of course Fire Sea, which, you know, even if you don't get Lava Boost early, at least, you know, if you still get like an early cycle, or at least a clean normal cycle, you know, it's not the end of the world, but people will die or have some major catastrophes because it's just a hard stage.
Saving time on MIPS. I mean, you do have the faster MIPS move speed on Japanese, so that makes sense. We will see how Pillarless goes. I think that this will probably tell the story for how the stage goes. Okay. Failed bomb grab by CartoonBuffoon and Poke. Trying to make medium bomb work. Or is that medium bomb? No, that's big bomb.
It looks like a big bomb, but he just had to do some extra ground pounds. And he's in there, so CartoonBuffoon sweating a little bit. He's got some backups.
Okay, secrets. So we are seeing the double pillarless. So we'll actually see a route convergence here in Shifting Sandland. But now progression-wise, you know, CartoonBuffoon will be a little bit advantaged here.
Oh
no! Poke got sound glitch here. That's not good. That's a crash. Hopefully he has some kind of saves here. I'm not sure. This could be bad. That's the risk. That's the risk for doing shifting sandland secrets here on Japanese specifically.
I don't think he saved it all.
Oh no, that's not good.
You're saying I actually saw him jump after getting the last secret too. I thought he avoided it.
Oh man, that is not what you want to see. We have never seen a sound glitch here on GSA. This will be the first. That's rough.
So I don't know, what would you say for this one? Do you say CartoonBuffoon keeps playing, or
I mean, at this point, there's no way that Poke can be within the point margin here of CartoonBuffoon, just thinking about it realistically. I don't know. I think that he can, if he starts again and finishes, I think he still has the opportunity to get 1 point. Because I think that for finishing, you basically get a point. But man, I don't know. I don't know. We've never been put in this situation before. Basically, Poke just lost 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was actually looking like he had a chance to get back into the game here. CartoonBuffoon was slipping up on Pillarless, and Poke got his first try. Kind of thinks that we're kind of losing this race kind of prematurely. Not even 20 minutes in, but I don't think there's really much we can do. We'll let Cartoon keep playing. See if anyone wants to provide any updates.
Yeah, we're gonna need a TO to analyze the situation. We just do the commentary, man.
That's true.
If I feel like we can probably just give CartoonBuffoon the win. With the the best point margin possible. If I had to guess. I mean, luckily, Poke will have many more chances to gain points in the league. You do round robin, basically, everyone in the league. So everyone plays 11 matches against, the 11 other members of the league. So definitely a good learning experience to have out of the way week 1 from Poke. And Cartoon, having himself a nice point spread here, will be leading Division 2, I believe, if we give him the full point margin here.
I think so too. It'll be is it a 59 is the max?
What?
Is the max
point, 59. 59 is the biggest point margin, I believe. I'm not sure if not finishing might not get you that 1 point actually, but I mean, I feel like Poke might he hasn't forfeit yet, right? It's just we might not even have enough time in the schedule for him to restart, to be completely honest.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. If someone just forfeited or didn't show up, we give them a 0, I think for playing the match you should get the 1 point, but it depends, do you actually have to finish? So I don't think we'll be able to stick around for Poke to finish.
That is a sobering moment, though, for sure. The Japanese, shifting Sandland, Secret Star, and the sound glitch to accompany it.
It's diabolical. So, I guess at the moment, Cartoon just kind of playing, but I think we can, like, I don't think he has to. He can choose to stop if he wants.
Yep, we are going to award CartoonBuffoon the full point margin here. So that's a very good start to the first week for Cartoon, taking the first spot in the league.
I have to say, he's been playing pretty well. Like, I know we're kind of focusing on Poke kind of on the downside, but, you know, equally, there's a bit of an upside for Cartoon apart from the point spread, which is he looks in good form. He's been playing really actively, and he's shown that he's here to take some names.
Cartoon, though, you know, yeah, his run has been really good. I wouldn't be surprised if he were really close to PB pace actually on this run.
Probably. I actually don't know what a good like split time for DDD would be. Or I guess I can work backwards from Fire C. So I guess at this point, like, Cartoon says he's just gonna keep playing. And I guess we can just kind of have a bit of chill time if you just want to talk about anything related to speedrunning. It's almost more like a
what do you want to
couch.
know? We can talk to chat. Hello, chat. How's your day?
Hello, chat.
I hope you're all enjoying this Thursday in mid-January. You know, this January has been really warm for January though. At least here in the Midwest.
I guess you're in Minnesota, right?
Yeah. Minnesota in January is usually the coldest month of the year, but we've hardly had any sub-zero days. We've had sub-zero at night for the low temperature, but it's been nice. We've had, you know, temperature consistently in the teens, so like, you know, 15 degrees. I don't know what it is right now.
Okay.
It's like 21 degrees, which is like super warm. This is Fahrenheit, by the way, for all people that use the metric system. So technically it's sub-zero Celsius, but super warm for this time of year. It's really nice. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, it's been like in like the teens and 20s here in Ohio. Well, that's like still like pretty cold by my book. I wouldn't say that's like a warm January. It's like a average January. Like the way you were saying it though, it's kind of funny just with the perspective. It's like kind of almost like you just, you know, loving being outside in the 10 Fahrenheit weather, you know. Oh, it's so warm.
Yeah, and I mean, okay, Cartoon not gonna be able to nab the early cycle here in Fire C, but you know, still getting himself the full point spread. So this is just a victory lap right now. Yeah, I guess it does help just to put in perspective, because like what might be cold for you is like a good, you know, good temperature for someone else.
Yeah.
Last year in January, during this week, I'm pretty sure I was freezing my butt off. I remember I came back from AGDQ and it was like 20 below or something. It gets bad, but luckily not the case. If you leave your car out at night, there's like a good chance that your battery is just like frozen and you can't even start your car the next day.
So what do you even do? Do you have to like warm it up somehow?
And what can happen is if it's really cold, you'll have to start your car once a day, just to make sure that your car just doesn't completely freeze. Either that, or if you wait too long, you'll just have to pull out some jumper cables and actually, like, you know, get the battery restarted. It's the life of, you know, the cold state.
Is Minnesota like the coldest state, or is it just kind of generally the same everywhere up north?
I feel like the coldest state needs to go to Alaska.
Oh yeah, true.
I think
I was
that
more thinking continental.
Minnesota, I think, gets more snow. And North Dakota has worse wind chill because it's a very flat state.
Okay.
I think that Minnesota's in like this awkward area where it gets a lot of snow and it also gets really cold, but it
You have
doesn't
all
have
the
like
great lake weather as well, depending on where you live. in the
yeah,
state.
exactly. The Lake Superior really does just like chill the state.
Is Minnesota like north or south latitude speaking than Maine?
I think some parts of Minnesota are more north than some parts of Maine.
Like, is the most north point in Maine farther than the northernmost point in Minnesota?
I don't know. We'll look at the map of the USA right now.
Okay, okay.
I'm pretty sure that the most north point in Maine is more northern. Yeah, just barely. They're super close.
There you go.
But Maine is also closer. You know, like Maine is on the East Coast, and having the ocean there really helps. Being landlocked, you know, definitely gets you colder weather.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I was thinking that like the Atlantic Ocean would make it colder, but I guess you get plenty of ocean current. Whereas Lake Superior, it's just a body of water that's really, really cold.
Yeah, North Dakota has a rougher time for sure, at least with wind chill guaranteed. I don't know if it get. I think Minnesota gets more snow. Man, something is happening today. The GSA cops after Poke for playing on emulator.
I mean, like the speed police are usually in full force around where I live. Like,
where do you live?
I could probably not count on my hands. Well, I mean, I live in Ohio. Right? Like, I guess I can be more specific, but like I mean, I'll just say, like, I go to school in Cleveland, so like,
oh, okay,
fairly like near to the. Well, I guess not like really downtown, but there is still like a lot of like stuff going around like off campus. So like I usually try to stay on campus.
Yeah, it seems CartoonBuffoon did miss a blue coin on 100 coin, and that really hurt him. I don't know what's going on here. What are we watching? So things are kind of escalating out of control while we're giving our life stories here.
Did CartoonBuffoon skip the ledge grab while triple jump walking from the ground?
Yeah, I guess so. And he also didn't go for the ramp here. Okay, he's gonna have to hurry up to make this elevator express.
I think he's just like free running the level now. Oh,
okay.
Oh.
He's in. He's fine. He's fine.
He's done it.
Yeah, this has turned into a really interesting run. The coldest you've had is 61 degrees below zero. That is pretty crazy.
Where?
I think maybe
Northern
the coldest
Norway.
I've had.
Oh my god.
Maybe the coldest I've had is 40 below. I know that we've definitely gotten into the 30s below quite a few times. I think 40 below is probably about as cold as I've ever been in. Maybe not even that.
I remember Tago was talking on stream about how this was like back in November. He was like, it's not even like cold out yet where I live. Like he's from like central and northern Sweden, you know, where it's like really extremely cold. So like I'm sure it was actually really cold by my standards. He's like, yeah, it's not even like snowing that much. It doesn't feel like November, because like November for him is just like locked in snow, I guess.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Like, at least here, we have snow on the ground like half of the year. It starts in October, and you lose it at the end of April.
Yeah, we've gotten snow in October, but it's usually like it doesn't like stay on the ground. There's 1 year where it actually stayed on the ground all winter, but for the most part, it'll kind of like melt at least most of the way, and then it'll snow again. And it doesn't snow like usually enough to keep up with like how many days like it could melt. So there's usually at some points where there's no snow on the ground.
You know, we actually don't have a whole lot of snow on the ground right now in Minnesota. Like, practically none, actually. The snowfall has been really generous. I love that because I don't like snow. what happened was last year in 2018, in like April, like mid or late April, we had a snowstorm for 3 days straight. I don't know if you guys had it in Ohio, but man, we got like 20 inches of snow, and then it took.
How do schools in Minnesota operate?
I think that like I shoveled for like a good like 6 to 8 hours over the course of like 3 days, or maybe even like more than that, and then it all melted like 2 weeks later, which was super frustrating because you have to spend all that time shoveling and worrying about it, and then it's just gone.
Yeah, I think like the max snow I've ever seen is like maybe a bit more than a foot. So it's like a lot, but it's not like it's up to your knees or anything, you know.
The thing about snow and you know, schools working in Minnesota is that there's a lot more infrastructure for like plows.
Yeah.
And also, at least like outside of like the inner city, you know, you have a lot of open space to put the snow. I guess usually like any schools that are canceled in Minnesota are almost more than likely in Minneapolis or like St. Paul, you know, the big cities where they can't push the snow anywhere. Usually, if school is canceled in Minnesota, it's canceled for 2 reasons, and one, it's just too cold and they don't want people waiting out for the bus stop.
Yeah,
because they'll get like frostbite. And the second reason would be if it's like a really weird in-between weather, like say you get snow that melts because it's too warm, and then it gets cold again, and then it freezes, and then you get more snow.
And it's all icy.
So if you have like ice under snow, then they'll cancel school if they can't manage. This is actually kind of interesting. We're talking about weather, and it has nothing to do with Mario.
I mean, Mario kind of goes through all the different seasons. Like, you know, you have like a couple winter stages. I mean, I guess one's a mountain, so maybe not completely winter. But like, well, actually, I don't know. Like, the temperature or like environment is pretty up in the air. Like, is Tall Mountain like kind of chilly? Probably. It could be kind of warm.
The air at the top is probably pretty cold. The high altitude, you know, but there's no snow at the summit, which makes me think that it's just a mountain that exists in, you know, I don't know, maybe a subtropical area.
Maybe not as tall as it claims to be.
Yeah, it's actually not that tall of a mountain, to be honest. Not even a mile up. It's more like a hill. Would it be a mountain? It's not. I mean, it extends below a little bit too.
You call it steep hill.
Steep hill. It's a good name.
I mean, if this is a real mountain, I don't think you'd have like vines and moles, you know, all over the place.
It's definitely warm here. You can tell. Yeah,
chat, give us your predictions. Would you say this is hot, warm, chilly, or cold?
I think this has got to be a warm level.
You can have like mushrooms, which don't really. I don't think they can grow in very cold weather.
Yeah, not to that size. But CartoonBuffoon, I don't think that PB's on the table anymore. He hasn't been having the best upstairs.
He had a really messy THI. It was fun to watch.
Yeah. And Fire Sea was kind of a bop. So PB's off the table, but can nab himself the max points still, obviously. Still looking good. What's the average temperature in CCM? Well, it has to be near freezing or slightly above freezing, because there is like liquid water down by the penguin. The penguin mom is sitting in a little bed of water.
Yeah, probably, but like also in Antarctica, like it's, I mean, actually it's a tiny pool of water, so obviously that's not a good example. Never mind.
I think 10 Celsius would be too much. I think it's CCM is the perfect like skiing weather. So just barely above 0 Celsius, or like, you know, at 40 Fahrenheit or maybe slightly below it, where the snow is really easy to slide on and feels really nice.
Yeah, I think
because Mario
Snowman's
slides. Mario slides a lot.
I think Snowman's a good bit colder than CCM.
Well, there's liquid water in Snowman's Land, but there's also it's a bigger body of water too, so
Yeah,
it
it's
takes
deeper,
more for
and
it
also
to freeze.
There's like the lava water here by the bully, so
Yeah.
like extremely cold. And then also this like ice shelf kind of supports itself, so probably if the ice like ever melted at all, like that wouldn't be able to exist.
Yeah, I would say that Snowman's Land is colder. Not by a whole lot though, because it still has that liquid water.
Commentator, not really sure what to follow that up with.
I don't know.
Kind of here for the ride.
It seems a little bit inconsistent here. Like you have a lot of liquid over here, but you also have the big ice block from Deep Freeze.
Yeah.
And you have the big ice platform that the ice bully's on. Like, it doesn't seem like those two things should coexist with that much water. But I don't know. SL is definitely colder than CCM. Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, for sure. How does Deep Freeze stay frozen? Well, when you have big bodies of ice, right, they take longer to melt. It's just like how big bodies of water take longer to freeze.
It's about the, amount and also the surface area for like it to interact with like the air if it's getting warmer. So a big chunk of ice like that has a lot less surface area than the actual volume ratio.
Now, CartoonBuffoon, hitting up that Hazy Maze cave late. Definitely living in the year 2019. Poke was also planning to do the same thing, but the double pillarless on Japanese took another victim today.
I'm like still almost in disbelief that it happened, because like it's always a possibility, but everyone knows that it's something you have to avoid, and I thought he did avoid it. I saw him like jump after the secret and all that too, but apparently not. This game crashed, and
people asking what is hotter between Fire Sea or the Lethal Lava Land. If I had to guess, I'd probably say Fire Sea.
Yeah.
I don't know. They both seem pretty uncomfortably hot.
I think with the Fire Sea, there's just like a lot more total lava, so it's probably a bit hotter.
Why do bullies live near lava if they can get easily pushed in? Well, why do bugs live near water if they can easily fall in? They just like the weather,
honestly,
man.
If small bugs get their like wings wet, they're pretty much dead.
Yep.
Because
pretty much
water's too heavy.
Actually, are there any bullies in the game that are not in a hot area besides the cold bully? Is that the only habitat they can be a part of?
Pretty sure there's bullies in Rainbow Ride.
No? Are there? What? No, those are bombs. You're thinking about near the coin maze, right?
Thinking about on the cruiser. Are they bombs or are they bullies?
I think I don't know. I don't know. We never really pay attention to the cruiser.
Yeah.
I don't think there's bullies there. Because I don't think that they put bullies in an area where you can't kill them.
That's true. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Like, there has to be something to push them into, which is why they'd be in the lava.
In the volcano's the
You're
hottest.
probably
Okay,
right about that.
I like that. I think maybe Fire
I think
Sea
you can
on
put the
average is
volcano
hotter.
at like the top of the tier. It's like S tier. You can put Fire Sea and LLL at like A tier. SSL is like B for hot.
Yeah, I mean, SSL is like a different kind of hot, like really dry hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a bit more humid in Fire Sea.
I'd agree with that. CartoonBuffoon says he forgot the cheap prevention at the tippy door.
I mean, he's clearly trying, though.
was.
He's been standing here for like 15 seconds. I'll take that as his cheap prevention. I think he's good.
Yeah. Maybe when he gets Cruiser, I can make sure that they're actually bombs and not bullies, but I think you're right. I don't think there's any bullies outside of the lava levels.
Yeah, I don't think that... Oh, okay, let's grab. We'll see... We'll have a good look at the Cruiser still, though. Oh, no, we're going for reds. Or maybe not.
So how is GDQ?
CartoonBuffoon can't get up here. Oh, GDQ's always a blast when we go. Yeah, it's always fun to meet new people. Take a bunch of shots. NyQuil, I mean.
Yeah.
Commentate Punk's Bomberman run where he went over estimate. That was super fun. It's kind of
funny how like Punk and Kobitz both got runs in kind of like their like less known games, I guess.
Yeah.
But like the couches were both like Mario people, and it was just fun because like I bet if you're like a random viewer and you're like I want to like have people talk about everything in the game, they're probably a bit confused, or maybe they want like a different like kind of couch competition. But I thought it was just hilarious.
Simply and I commentated Bomberman 64, and we've never played the game in our life.
Yeah,
we just asked Punk like a million questions while he was practicing 1 hour before his run, and it worked out. Alright, CartoonBuffoon, can he get tricky triangles rolling here? We saw Proto Man die in the previous race, and we're good.
He actually did like a flat dive onto the first
triangle.
Oh, what is it? Yeah.
1 star left here on Rainbow Ride, and then CartoonBuffoon is looking good. Just has TikTok Clock and Tippy left. It seems to be that he's on pace for probably a 53 if I had to guess right now. You know, it really depends on how well he executes to the end. Oh no, doesn't get the side flip. Luckily stays on the platform though.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I predict he'll die here. No,
no, he's good.
That's actually really fast because that triple jump you actually have to land on top of the flame shooter.
Cocom not giving CartoonBuffoon enough credit.
That's true. I've not been giving him enough credit.
Okay, that was a weird dance on the continue without saving menu from Cartoon. He actually scrolled up to, you know, save and quit. Probably because, oh no, not able to get time moving Morgan. I'm guessing he wanted to just hold forward to go towards TikTok Clock, and that's a death.
He said we're probably going to go to intermission because we have the thing at 6, so... Or do we? I was actually going to say, like, I was going to get, like, just for fun, I was going to get, like, really hyped for TTC 100, but I don't know if we have time for that. CartoonBuffoon starting off as TTC 100, getting these 5 red coins started. Unfortunate ledge grab, this is going to cost him a couple of times. He can't afford this time loss against Poke, who's already out of the race due to sound glitching. He said 25 coins now. Gonna have to hit this boost. It's very precarious wall kick. If you miss the input, you will die. But he's got it right now. Switching to Mario came here. A bit of a dusty dive now, running around to grab these blue coins. He's got to get a triple jump and wall kick and ledge grab above This depends on to get to the next level. And moving up here, looking so far so good.
He's looking good.
Nice ground pound on this coin box. No, missing it. Can he get good RNG? The coins are being particularly helpful though. Not going to cost him too much time. And for a first see off of the wall as well, CartoonBuffoon flexing out here, grabbing these coins. Now for the ending, avoiding the invisible wall as well. Not kicking, not kicking the box. Wrapping it up, not dying on TVC 100.
CartoonBuffoon losing some coins here. Could be a Poke's opportunity to save some time, but looking a little bit mesmerized here on the file select screen. Doesn't have any stars done. Not going to be able to capitalize here, I think, on CartoonBuffoon. I think that he's probably going to hold on to the lead still.
Yeah. Then we can probably bring CartoonBuffoon into the call. Let's see.
It'd be really interesting. This could be our first mid-race interview if, we start running out of time here. Because we have one more race starting here in about 5 minutes, and it's going to be Mario Kart Double Dash Baseball Kid versus Outer Halo with Phoenix and Goomba on commentary, which will be a very good race. Definitely, if you guys haven't watched Mario Kart Double Dash, I would recommend it. It's very cool. The league is going to be pretty exciting.
I think it's kind of funny how, like, in Double Dash, you have, like, the kind of 12 runners or so in the league, but, like, you have, like, the same people commentating that are doing, like, all of the races. So it's like, you'll have Goomba and Emo commentate, and the next race is Goomba versus Emo, and it's like...
I like that.
Like, every race is like that. Like, it's all peers are doing the commentary and the running.
The thing is, like, I feel like Mario Kart Double Dash is just a whole bunch of homies, like, all playing Mario Kart together.
Probably.
Like, they're all friends with each other. They all like each other. There's no, like, bad blood, no animosity.
They can never beat Goomba. They're secretly plotting to,
Mario Kart Double Dash is just
is this the first? Is this the first ever GSA mid-race interview?
This should, I think it is, at least for the winner. I think maybe we've had the loser come in and, talk while still playing, but yeah, you're definitely the first. How does it feel?
I mean, you could game over.
This was a very weird situation. I apologize for the terrible gameplay. I've not been used to trying to manage looking at Discord, typing in Discord, and playing. This was a weird one. But also, I made a ton of mistakes on my own part, too. I haven't had a very solid run, which it's weird. This is a bittersweet win, because I don't feel like I should have won. I don't think I played very well, but I still get the win anyway, which is weird.
Well, you were massively in the lead when...
At the start, yes. I had a good start, but, I mean, honestly, upstairs and on, it's been pretty terrible.
I mean, the argument could be made, though, if your attention wasn't broken and the tension wasn't relieved from, getting the default, that maybe it would have been a different race. Like, we couldn't know for sure.
That's a good point. I really think the pressure of a race helps me go faster, personally. Oh my goodness.
You thrive on pressure. You're like a clutch speedrunner. I like that.
Maybe. I mean, I still lose sometimes, but like it just it just drives me more, Like I feel like I just have to do it. I don't know if that always forces good results, but stuff like right now, it's definitely not good.
So after this race, you get the max points. What does it feel like to be leading the division right now?
I mean, I knew I was going to be leading. I'm really good. No, I'm just kidding. It feels good. It's again bittersweet. It's very bittersweet. I really didn't want to win it like this, but I definitely think that I'm just going to enjoy the position I'm in and try and keep my title best I can.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing well so far.
Oh, my gameplay would say otherwise, but don't even worry about that, Toadstar. It didn't happen.
No, what did I just see? It didn't happen.
There's so many mistakes I make that wasn't one of them, but there's a lot of mistakes you'll see me make because I'm not used to the lag yet because I just switched over to console. I feel like a bunch of runners will be kind of like that because I used to run an emulator, and switching to the lag and switching to having a C-stick that doesn't have a dead zone, so I accidentally make camera inputs wrong sometimes.
Oh, you're playing like a GameCube.
Yeah, it's an adjustment, but I'll get there. Hopefully throughout the tournament you'll see progress.
What I would recommend for you is map Y to C left, X to C right, Z to C down, and then disable C stick besides C up. And then you'll never make a camera mistake.
Really?
It might be a little bit weird to get used to, but I would definitely recommend hitting the buttons for the camera. The C stick is like, I feel like it's a no-go.
I could certainly give that a whirl. I've never tried using C buttons, but I'm sure it's better because I make mistakes with the alternative.
Yeah, I think buttons are
like
the way
an
to
OEM,
go.
or
Like a controller. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Bowser.
Cartoon, get it together. Just kidding.
We can cut away whenever you want, by the way. If you don't want people to see it, I mean...
That's fine. I mean, like, if you guys need to cut away for, like, the next race, I definitely don't mind. But, like, otherwise, I'm fine finishing out the Bowser
We're good.
fight.
You have a minute, man.
Okay. I should hopefully not miss, like, 3 throws.
But congrats on your win. It looks like we're getting a 54 here.
This is actually my worst race time.
I think you were 53 pace in Rainbow Ride after the Lakitu bounce fail.
Yeah, I had a 52 best possible time entering Rainbow Ride. Like, I definitely could have had a way better tippy, but it is what it is. It was fun, and I will see you guys next week, I suppose. My timer didn't stop. That's weird.
Definitely very interesting race. A first for GSA, first sound glitch, first perfect race from CartoonBuffoon as well. Thanks for joining me on Badronus for this legendary, mythical race.
This will go down in history in some way. Maybe. Who knows?
Thanks, everybody, for watching. And we'll be heading over to Mario Kart Double Dash after a short break just to set everything up. So, stay tuned, everyone. Go grab some popcorn and be ready for some fire.
Yeah.
Love you.